Hello, friends, and thank you as always for visiting the Legend Sports Universe YouTube channel, Legend Sports Universe, where legends play forever. This is Game 5 of the Western Conference quarterfinal series between the number 1 seed Colorado Avalanche and the number 8 seed Nashville Predators. The Avalanche cruised through the regular season, a dominant forward attack. They tallied a ton of goals, 3 30-goal scorers in Sakic, McKinnon. A pair of 30-goal scorers in Sakic and McKinnon. And Peter Forsberg gave them a trio with more than 85 points. They came in here and they admittedly, it seemed like, took Nashville a bit lightly. Nashville blitzed the Avalanche in Game 1 with a 6-0 win. But Colorado righted the ship. They have won 3 straight. And now they look to close the series out here in Game 5 as the Predators fight for their playoff lives. Time to get things rolling from Colorado. One of the coolest visions in on the ice here at Ball Arena in Denver. Those graphics are cool. We like that. Go Avs, go, they say. A raucous crowd here looking for the Lanch to punch their ticket into the LSUHL Western Conference semifinals. We are underway. Josie takes it after the faceoff. Tries to get it across ice. Rantanen kicks it off. But Nashville battles back for it. Nathan Mackinnon gets across the blue line for the Avalanche. So set up in front. Quick opportunity. Forsberg turned aside by Saros. Neal's pass is poked away. Here comes Colorado again. Ozolins into the neutral zone, whips it around behind the boards, try to get the forecheck going, but the Predators get it out quickly. Philip Forsberg for Nashville to Neal. James Neal carries high, looks to get it across, but it's poked away. Nashville wins it back though. Kicked along the end boards, and Ozolins goes in there, gets some help from Nathan Mackinnon, who digs it out. Gets Rantanen, who sets up Peter Forsberg along the high boards. Philip Forsberg with it for Nashville. Neither team able to get any steady flow here in the opening 2 minutes. Nathan Mackinnon sets up Landeskog behind the board, set up in front, shot saved. Kicked wide. PK Subban digs it out, gets it up for Walker. Dixon has it across the blue line. Tries to beat Johnson, but Johnson up to the task there. Gets it back up to McKinnon. Long shift for Nathan McKinnon. Sent around behind the boards, but Landeskog goes in there for the check. Colorado keeps it in the zone. Pass out to the point, picked off by Walker. Walker across the blue line on the high boards. Ribeiro down low, score! Kostitsyn with the goal. From Walker and Ribeiro, Sergei Kostitsyn, his second goal of the series, and the Predators strike first here in Game 5. It's 1-0 Nashville. Beautiful setup here. Ribeiro there didn't keep that puck long. Look at this. Gets it, fires it right down to the side of the net. Johnson seemed like he kind of lost track of that defensively. This is a nice setup here from Ribeiro. The Predators strike first for a 1-0 lead. Ribeiro's third point of the playoffs. Philip Forsberg leads Nashville with 5. Howie, the Bernadoodle, weighs in. Nashville wins the draw. So the Predators strike first in a must-win game. Arvidsson across the blue line. Carries. Tries to set it up in front. It's poked away. Uwe Krupp gets it up to Hedjuk, who sets up Joe Sakic. Sakic through the neutral zone across the blue line. Pulls it back, looks for pass there into the middle. Shot kind of floated in. Didn't get a clean look on the one-time. Saros holds on to that one. Orzog, Sissons, and Tutu for Nashville. Kamensky, Sakic, and Hedjuk on the ice now for the Avalanche. Hedjuk tries to get it center. Yakunev gets it. Gets it out of the defensive end. Orzog, though, picks it off. Nashville turned that That kind of looked like a clearance to get a change going, and they almost turned it into a breakaway opportunity. Here comes the Avalanche. Sakic across the blue line. Sakic drives the net, rips a shot, saved by Saros. Colton Sissons gets it for Nashville. Takes it up through the neutral zone, trying to get it out of trouble. Down behind the net, Zadorov. Pressured along the boards, kicked along the end wall. Uwe Krupp. 6'6". Hard-hitting defenseman. Carries it up, Asheville. Colorado goes and gets the shot off there. Steered aside by Saros again. Into the middle. Sisson. Orzog. Orzog cross-ice pass. Jesus gets a stick out there to pick it off. Nashville only has one shot so far, but it went in the net. Now we got a four-man scrum there in the corner. Arkhipov gets out of there with it. Gets it to Yakhmanev. Gets it into the neutral zone for Nashville. Coming up on 13 minutes left in the first period. Zadorov gets it to Colorado. Carries through the neutral zone. Zadorov going all the way. Length of the ice. Set up in the middle. It's deflected. Goes wide. That never got to Saros. Now here comes Johansson for Nashville. Tries to get it out to the wing there, but Tanguay picks it off. Pressure on the near side, boys. It gets sent around behind the red line. Loop goes. Gets it free to Tanguay. It's Philip Forsberg. Top line back out there for Nashville. Arkhipov. Shot. Steered wide by Varlamov. Zadorov. Peter Forsberg. Cross ice to Hedjuk. Hedjuk stood up at the blue line, though, by Johansson. Colorado keeps control. Zadorov's pass is stolen by Arkhipov. Carries. Driving. In the circle. Centering pass. Deflected. And rebound in front, and Johansson puts it in. Ryan Johansson, his first goal of the playoffs. And the Predators, I apologize, I forgot that Varlamov is dinged up right now. Philip Grubauer is in net for Colorado. But regardless, the puck is in the net for Nashville, and that's the important thing. Ryan Johansson, there you see, they kind of ended up with traffic in front there. First shot was blocked. Grubauer got the second one, but the rebound came right to Johansson, who puts it in, and it is 2-0 Predators here in Game 5. And Nashville won Game 1. A 6-0 blitz. Philip Forsberg on the assist, moving up the playoff points list. Nashville has won the last three. 5-2, 5-3, and then a 3-2 win in Game 4. Jones carries it in, gets checked off the puck though before he can pull the trigger. Nashville tries to get out of the zone. Josie Krupp. Rivera sets up Arvidsson. Shot. Grubauer with the save. Jones to Nazem Kadri. Kadri's pass is poked away. Racing along the boards. Subban. PK Subban gets poked away there, stripped by Johnson, and here comes Colorado. Hedjuk drive. Shot. Saved by Saros, who falls on top of it. He'll freeze that one for a faceoff. 9:19 remaining in the first. The Predators, in a must-win situation, have a 2-0 lead here in period number 1. Landeskog fights through, gets a shot. Colorado pressuring. Strastens helps, gets it out, gets it to Jason Arnott through the neutral zone. Arnott has his pocket picked by Sandis Ozolins. Gets it back to the Houston. Landeskog down low. Poked away by Zidlicki, and here come the Predators again. Cross-ice pass to Johansson. Yakhmanev gets it out behind the blue line. Here's Arvidsson. Arvidsson across the Colorado blue line. Tries to beat his man, has poked away, stays with him. Sisson to Arvidsson. Arvidsson carries to the front, tries to make the pass there. Arvidsson may have been better off just trying to shoot that puck. He gets it back, though, drives to the net. Grubauer with the kick save. Another stop from Grubauer. Here comes Colorado. Forsberg tries to send it around behind the board. Saros just kind of leaves it there. Strastens goes back to retrieve. Banks it off the boards, and Tutu just positioned terribly there, and that's a lazy offsides by Nashville. 4:10 remaining, period number 1. Juuse Saros, 1-3. He's got a couple of 5-goal efforts, but yet that's just a product of the volume that he's been receiving. He's got a save percentage, 9-10. Miller down low. McKinnon out to the point. Wild rips the shot. Deflected, goes wide. Never reaches the net. Colorado keeps it in. Lyles to Miller. Miller's shot. Glove save by Saros, who falls on top of it and covers it up. Colorado just trying to buzz here. Plenty of time left in this game for the high-scoring Colorado Avalanche. It's in Arkapav and Walker for Nashville. Comper, Kadri, and Jones out for Colorado. Lyles to Miller. Back to Lyles. Back to Miller. Miller tees it up. That one gets through. It's deflected wide, though. Big save goes down into the corner. Josie digs it out for the Predators. Stitson. Big hit there behind the play. No call. Lyles gets it to Miller. Miller's pass misses the mark, but Comper is able to retrieve it along the board. Kadri's pass to Miller. Miller tries to pull the trigger, gets it poked off his stick as he tries. Here comes Nashville. Roman Josie across the blue line. Josie with the shot. Grubauer steers it with the stick out to the board. Out into the corner. Colorado retrieves. Pass sets up Jones across the blue line. Jones carries in. Jones pulls up and takes a shot. Saros up with the save. Colorado gets it out near the blue line. Zadorov ends up pulling it out as they try to regroup. Duke beats him off the puck, though. Drives through some traffic, but finally Miller is able to wrestle it away from him. Here's McKinnon. McKinnon tries to send it around. Arnott pokes it away from him, but it goes down into the corner anyway. Josie goes in digging as we get ready for the final minute of period number 1. Jason Arnott across the blue line. Takes it around behind the net. Wraps around. Jason Arnott tries to pull the trigger. Grubauer seals off the post. Zadorov kicks it along the end wall. After he was pinned, 30 seconds left in the period. McKinnon to Tanguay. Nice move by Tanguay. Tanguay tries to get a shot off. Timonen is in front, pokes it off of him. Philip Forsberg for Nashville. Final 10 seconds. Forsberg tries to get it centered. Zadorov gets a stick in the way, gets it up to Tanguay, but Colorado won't get another shot off here before the end of a very good first period for the Nashville Predators. Playing for their lives, the Predators have a 2-0 lead as we head into the locker rooms for the first intermission. There you see your stats. Colorado has the shot advantage. Not a lot of hits so far. It's been a fairly tactical game. No real aggression on either side, and that's reflected in the fact there wasn't a single penalty call during the opening frame. Nashville one face-off advantage, of course. This doesn't mean anything. Time on attack is even. But what's not even is the score. Nashville up with a 2-0 lead. We'll take a look at the goals quickly. Sergei Kostitsyn started this one off. This was a beautiful setup. Perfect pass here from Ribeiro. Johnson looked like he was trying to get in position to block a shot, so Ribeiro just went and set it to Kostitsyn on the side of the net. Put it in for the goal to make it 1-0. 10:49 of the period. Scrum in front of the net. And a rebound falls right onto the stick of Ryan Johansson, who puts it past Philip Grubauer, again playing for the injured Semyon Varlamov. Varlamov fighting a hamstring issue. Grubauer in net for Colorado. Varlamov's status for the rest of the series is up in the air. So, we'll get back onto the ice here for period number 2. Predators lead it 2-0, Game 5 in a Western Conference quarterfinal. Decent number of Predators jerseys out here in Colorado for this one. They're traveling well. And the Predators, one of only 2 teams in the playoffs who had a negative goal differential during the season. Carolina Hurricanes in the Eastern Conference, the other. Rantanen sends it around behind the boards, whips it around. Colorado set up their shot, saved by Saros. Philip Forsberg gets to it for Nashville. Fights off a check along the high boards, carries it all the way in across the blue line. Forsberg sweeping to the left side, gets it to Johansson. Johansson tries to set it up in front, but it's kicked off. I believe that was by Ozolins. And here comes the Avalanche. Nathan Mackinnon. McKinnon drives in, tries to get one in the slot. Shot there, doesn't get through. I think Josie blocked that. That never got to Saros. And here come the Predators the other way. Johansson being pressured. Philip Forsberg tries to get a feed in front. Johnson picks that one off for Colorado. They carry it, shovel it behind the boards, try to get the forecheck rolling. Josie gets there for the Predators. He's pressured in the corner, trying to fight his way out of there, and Josie, double teamed in the corner, still comes out of there with it. Nice job there by Roman Josie. Here's Jason Arnott. Arnott across the blue line, sets up Arvidsson. Arvidsson's shot is deflected, still gets to Grubauer, who holds on and freezes it for the faceoff. And ignore those standings, that's based on the playoff record. It's kind of stupid. Again, the Avalanche are the number 1 seed in the West. Predators the 8th seed. Colorado leads the series 3-1, looking to clinch here, but the Predators have the 2-0 lead. Mike Ribeiro gets it to Arnott. Arnott met at the blue line, trying to fight his way through, tied up there with Uwe Krupp. Arnott beats him. Nice move by Arnott. Timonen at the point takes a shot. Grubauer with the glove save, and he holds on. Confernce, Sakic, and Hedjuk for Colorado. Kadri, Arkhipov, and Walker for the Predators. 16:41 left in the second. Group to Hedjuk as the Avalanche try to get something going here. Sakic pass. Looks like somebody was pinned along the boards there. Sakic ends up getting it back, though, and tears one off. Saros with the glove save. I think that may have gone wide, even if Saros had not saved. Arkhipov and Landeskog will meet for the faceoff. Out to Zadorov. Zadorov shot off the backboard, bounces in front of the net. Nikishin sets it up in front. Good save there by Saros. That was That was a good opportunity. Walker shot for Nashville, bounces around. Avalanche send it down the ice. Walker to Kadri. It's in the Krupp. Krupp to Landeskog. Zadorov, Nashville pressuring. Zadorov across to Tanguay. Tanguay's pass can't be handled, and the Predators force the turnover there. There's Yakunev. Whenever around center ice, gets to Arkhipov, but the sticks in across the blue line. Walker sets up. Oh, look for the one-timer, but the defender got a stick in there. Kadri tries to carry it in for Colorado. The Predators separated from him. Bad pass there. Nichushkin has an opportunity, but it's Colorado stuck in the middle of a change at that point. Didn't really have anything to set up. Tanguay throws one towards the net. Kadri gets it off a deflection. Saros. Looks like the first one. I don't know why I changed it to Saros last time I said that. Just Saros. That one almost slipped past him, but Saros falls on top of it. For the save. Yeah, they'll see this. So the percentage there says 919, and then the graphic that it just showed said 90%. And this pregame said 910. So I'm not exactly sure why that happened. It's almost like the graphic is generated at a different point in the game for use at a later time in the game. A little bit silly. But EA is prone to those kind of things. Again, a game that on the whole is very solid, and little things pop up that are just kind of annoyances. But I digress. Nazem Kadri gets it to Comfort. Comfort's shot there barely. He takes a hit as he was trying to get that shot off. It rolls in on Saros. Jordan Tucci there. Bam. Ooh, that guy kind of got sandwiched took the hit. He got knocked into his own man. Tutu with the big hit there. Not been a particularly physical game to this point. PK Subban has it for Nashville. Orzog to Tutu across the blue line. In along the boards. Lyle to Miller. Miller up to Hedjuk. Hedjuk across the blue line. Gets it to the point. Shot there. Goes wide of the mark. Lyle retrieves it though. Centering pass. And Saros sits on that one. Oh, that's a great setup. Sakic on the doorstep, but Saros stuffs him point blank. Sakic frustrated there. He thought he had a goal. 7 saves already in this second period for Saros. That one ended up underneath him. Sakic doesn't have a goal as of yet. Ozolins throws that one towards the net. Saros covers that one up. Pancakes it. The Predators will go back into the face-off circle. Arvidsson, Ribeiro, and Arnott. Kamensky, Sakic, and Hedjuk are your forward line. 12:03 left in the second period. Josie wins it, and the Predators come out of there. Josie gets it after Josie takes it. Shot there. Grubauer with the save. Loose puck in front. Ends up wide of the net. Subban to Josie. Pressured by Sakic. Josie gets it past him though. Ribeiro out to the point. Good job by Subban to keep that one in. Centering pass gets all the way through. But Nashville keeps it in the zone. Arnott to Arvidsson. Shot. Kick saved by Grubauer. Arnott on the doorstep. Tries to stuff it in, but Grubauer is able to cover it up. Good threat there from the Predators. Colorado wins the draw. Here comes Rantanen through the neutral zone. He's going to fire that one around. Forecheck down into the corner. Philip Forsberg is bodied. Four-man scrum. Kicked along the end boards. Zidelicki gets it. He kicks it further along the boards to Ryan Johansson. Philip Forsberg. Forsberg pinned along the boards. Just sends it down into the Colorado end. Johnson gets there first for the Avalanche. Gets it up to Nathan Mackinnon. McKinnon through the neutral zone. Takes the blue line. Loses it, gets it back. Forsberg hits the post. Oh, McKinnon set up Peter Forsberg, who hit the post. Shot there, saved by Saros. Nashville tries to get it out. Zidelicki loses it to Rantanen. Colorado keeps the pressure on. Kick save wide by Saros. Still buzzing. McKinnon puts it in. Nathan McKinnon is flattened as he gets the shot off, but he rings it off the inside of the post into the back of the net. And the Avalanche have struck. Here in period number 2, it's now a 2-1 game. McKinnon whips around, takes a hit there from Straston, ends up on the ice. But he doesn't mind the view as he watches, goes top shelf, top corner, off the inside of the post. McKinnon with the goal, and it's now a 2-1 Nashville lead. 9:20 left in the second. Third for McKinnon. Assist from Rantanen. Now we'll see if Colorado can take the momentum back in this game. They have certainly had the advantage of play. They have tilted the ice here in the second period. Pressuring again. Down in the Nashville zone. Out to the point. Goes past the blue line. Krupp goes back. And now sends it down low. Colorado go for a change there. Nashville tries to turn it around. Poked away. Nashville keeps it though. Yakmanev driving. Centering pass. Poked away. Krupp ends up with it. Kadri takes a check but ends up getting the better of it. Couldn't see who that was. That was Sissons who tried to hammer Kadri, and Sissons got the worst of it. Kadri to Jones. The Krupp who has it poked away. Drifts into the middle. Comfort gets it. Can't keep control. Tries to get the shot off. Comfort gets it back. Gets the shot off. Gets another shot off. That second one went wide. Orzog sends it up, out past the blue line to Colton Sisson. Nashville tries to get it across. The Avalanche go for a change. Jordan Tutu across center ice, across the Colorado blue line. Now pulls it back. It's pinned along the board. Distance comes to help. Oh, distance everywhere on this ship. And there's going to be our first penalty of the game. Delayed penalty. Nashville Timonen has it knocked away. Colorado touches up. Gabriel Landeskog is going to go to the box for the first penalty of the game. I believe that's going to be a cross-check from behind. Yeah, that's a pretty blatant one. So Landeskog goes to the box. Nashville will get a power play here. 13:46 of period number 2. Landeskog can't really argue about that one unless he's arguing retaliation. Nashville 2 for 10 on the power play so far in the series. Neil, Arkhipov, and Arvidsson will try to cash in. Arvidsson can handle the pass there. Goes out across the blue line. Nashville will have to regroup. Off to Arvidsson. Arvidsson across the blue line. Centering pass to James Neal. Neal tries to get a shot off. Shot goes wide. Johnson gets it, but he's trapped before he can try to get it clear. Nashville keeps it in the zone. There's a hit. Sakic ends up with it. To McKinnon. McKinnon just launches it down the ice. Gets it clear. Nice play there by Nathan Mackinnon. Josie goes back behind the Nashville net to try to start the break. Good. Pass there to Neal. Neal across the blue line. Shot wide of the mark. Ends up behind the net. McKinnon goes back to retrieve. Sends it down the ice. Subban gets it before it goes all the way, but now he's being pressured by Sakic. Arkhipov across the blue line. Rips off a shot. Saved there by Grubauer, who holds on. Colorado has doubled up Nashville in shots at this point, 24-12. Nashville will try to narrow that number here with this power play. Again, the first of the game. This has been a clean game. Shot there. Grubauer with the save. That one came in lightning fast, and Grubauer was up to the task. Sent down the ice. Here come the Predators again. Big check there. Comper has it. Comper to Krupp. Krupp fires a slapper. Doesn't get through. Hits off the skate of Subban and then goes and retrieves it out of the corner. Here's Johansson. Johansson to Ribeiro. To Phil Forsberg. Tries to send it down low. Ties up Johansson. Johansson can't get a shot off. Zadarov bodies him off of it. Zadarov launches it down the ice. Going to go behind the net. There's pressure coming there from the Avalanche. Phil Forsberg banks it off the boards to Ribeiro. 3 seconds left on the power play. Krupp wins it for Colorado, and we are back at even strength. Rantanen to Landeskog, just out of the box, takes the shot. It's deflected, goes over the net. Roman Josi goes back to retrieve it, comes up the near side point. His pass is picked off. Ozolins to Comper. Comper across the blue line. Dixon through the neutral zone. Across the blue line. Pass air shot from Roman Josi at the point is deflected. Never reached the net. Pressure along the boards, and now the Avalanche are going to get their first power play of the game. Sergei Kostitsyn takes the penalty there. It's not going to be a cross check, or they're going to call it a hold. I think it's going to be the cross check. The hold, he didn't get called for the hold. Cross check after the hold. Sends Sergei Kostitsyn to the box. So the Predators couldn't cash in on their power play. Now the Avalanche will try to cash in on theirs. They're 3 for 16 so far in the series. Nashville wins the draw. Preston sends it down the ice. Rantanen goes back. Keeps it going all the way, though. Evan Kadri across the blue line. Kadri to Tanguay. Tanguay down low. Weak shot off. Saros to Flatten. Flatten the glove over it. And forces the face-off to his left. 2:57 left here in the second period. Josi tries to get it clear. Colorado won't let him. Rantanen carries in. Forsberg. Shot. Blocked. Josi gets it to Walker. Walker carries. Now shovels it down behind the net. Hedjuk pressured behind the net. Getting some help. But good pressure from Nashville there to pin Colorado in their own end there for a while. Pass here. Out the neutral zone. Stolen by Kraston. Distance has it. Back to Strasser. Sends it around behind the net. Walker gets it. Who's on the power play here? Oh, golden opportunity in front. Shot misses the mark. Goes wide. And now Nathan Mackinnon takes the blue line. McKinnon stood up by Yakmanev. Still gets it to Forsberg. Back to McKinnon. McKinnon shot. Doesn't quite get off. Gets it back to Sakic, though. Sakic shot. Saved by Saros. Another one. Saved by Saros. Subban tries to get it out. Colorado won't let it leave the zone, and then it finally does. 35 seconds left on the Avalanche power play. Miller gets it cross ice to Jones. Goes to Nichushkin. Tries to cut inside. Arnott gets it, sends it down the ice, and Colorado will have to go retrieve once again. Here's Jones. Jones, Nichushkin, bodied off by Subban. Mike Ribeiro has it for the Predators as the penalty is killed off. So both sides have killed off a penalty here in the second. Jason Arnott has it for Nashville, back at even strength. Arnott again. Rips off a shot, never makes it. It hit his own guy, Ribeiro, and it goes to the corner. Ribeiro tries to retrieve it. He gets pressured, still gets it to Kostitsyn. Shot saved by Grubauer, who falls on top of it. 36.5 seconds left here in the second period. Big shots advantage for the Avalanche. They still trail it 2-1. Nathan MacKinnon cut the deficit in half. Preston's shot is blocked. Philip Forsberg taken into the board. Group now gets it. Finds Kamenski. Kamenski across the blue line. Carry. Looks, centering pass. Misses the mark. Dadorov gets it. Tees it up. Shot at the end of the period goes wide. And that's how we'll head into the tunnel after two. Much better period for MacKinnon. Banks it off the post to get Colorado within one. 2-1 Predators after two. You can see your total stats, 27-15 Avalanche in the shots advantage. Still low hit totals, 8 and 7 for both sides. Again, this has been, obviously some tight checking, grabbing, clutching, and what have you, but not a lot of really what you would register as hits so far in this game. Again, that was a big thing for me, was to try to take away the nuclear hits that are by default in NHL, where you just leave the default rosters in the default setting untouched. Teams will rack up 40-plus hits in a game if you play it at any kind of a legitimate NHL field pace. So that has worked out beautifully, thank you. Nashville does have an advantage on the dot. Both sides called for one penalty during that period. Both sides unsuccessful on their power play opportunity. The lone goal is this one from Nathan MacKinnon. Down in the corner. Rantanen with the pass there. MacKinnon takes a shot. He actually went down. He was actually tripped, kind of got caught on the skate there afterwards. I initially thought he was being taken down while he got that shot. But regardless, Nathan MacKinnon, man, that is just a perfect shot from Nathan MacKinnon. We hear that guy's really good. MacKinnon with the goal draws Colorado back within one. Predators 20 minutes to keep their season alive. It came out with a great first period, but certainly the Avalanche had the better of things there in the second. We head to period number 3. 2-1 Nashville. Ready to rock. Philip Forsberg, Johansson, and Neal for Nashville. Rantanen, Peter Forsberg, and Nathan MacKinnon for the Avalanche. Colorado has it. MacKinnon carries it all the way back behind his own net to try to start a rush. Here's Rantanen. Rantanen up the near sideboards. Sends it down behind the net. Roman Josi goes back for it. Ozolins. Johansson. Should be Johnson, not Johansson. Johnson in front of the net for Colorado. Shot goes wide. MacKinnon shot. Oh, Saros deflected it. It popped up. It ends up down in his glove. And then I'm not exactly sure what happened when the puck got knocked loose, I guess, after the whistle had already blown. Not sure that's going to sit well with the Predators players there trying to protect their goalie. Saros has made some terrific saves this one again. 27 saves for Saros. He's given up goals in this series. I'll tell you, looking at that replay, I'm not sure they should have whistled that one dead. That looked like that was still loose behind Saros. Colorado may actually have a gripe there. But we have the faceoff. That's where we stand. Avalanche. Johnson throws it towards the front of the net. Rantanen couldn't pull the trigger. Trickled through traffic, tried to get a shot off unsuccessfully. Subban to James Neal. Neal across the high boards. Johnson blocks it. All right, text from my daughter. Walker. Subban. To Johansson. Johansson tries to get a shot off. He's checked off. Johnson to land his top. Hedjuk. That's going to be an offsides call there. So that'll set up a face-off here in the neutral zone. 17:20 left in the game. Colorado wins the draw. Krupp, Kaminsky, but goes just offsides, and we'll have another face-off. Back to the circle we go. The little circle, the dot, as it were. Sakic and Ribeiro on the draw. Sakic wins it. Zadorov has it for Colorado. Stolen. Arvidsson drives in on Grubauer. Shot. Backhand. Grubauer stuffs him. Good skate save there from Grubauer. Here comes Colorado. Sent behind the net. Yakhmanev goes back for it. Pressured. Arnott comes in to help. Yakhmanev has it. Fast. Turnover in front of the net. Score! Oh, what a disaster for the Predators. Yakhmanev clearing pass is picked off by Joe Sakic. And Sakic with open space in front. Rips it past Saros. There is nothing Saros can do about that. Oh, disaster strike for the Predators. Sakic ties the game at 2 here in the third. Just a nightmare situation there for the Predators. Yakhmanev, not sure who that was directed, but he had a man trying to break out, and Yakhmanev, like a quarterback who just doesn't see the safety creeping in, looked right past Sakic, didn't even see him. Then he saw him put the puck in the net. We're tied at 2 here in Game 5. Saros covers it up. So now Nashville's going to have to try to regroup. This game is certainly, again, this is tilted Colorado's way. Since that first period. Let's do one more look at that. Sakic picks off that breakout pass and puts it in for the goal. Sakic, 4 points in the series, his first goal of the series. 15:55 left here in the third. Predators only have 16 shots. Cross-ice pass, Timonen banks it off the boards. Krupp gets it for Colorado to Kaminsky. Kaminsky across the blue line. Has it poked away. Here's Gordon Duthie. Sakic carries. Sends it around behind the net to Milan Hedjuk. Hedjuk tries to beat Timonen, but Timonen gets in between him and the puck. Good defending there. Here's Orzog across the blue line. Orzog shot. Grubauer stick save. Sends it into the corner. Krupp to Zadorov, but Orzog picks his pocket. 2-2 battles through. Sets it out to the point. Tries to set up a slapper from Strassin. Can't get the shot off. Yakhmanev banks it off the boards. 2-2 heads. To Forsberg. Philip Forsberg, and Forsberg puts Nashville back in front. Philip Forsberg, his 4th goal of the series. 5:48 of the third. And the Predators answer. Oh, that is a clutch play from Philip Forsberg, and a great job by the Predators, who just got gut punched on the Sakic goal. But Philip Forsberg gives the Predators the lead once more, 3-2 Nashville. No wait there. puts it past Grubauer. Fourth goal for Forsberg. 14-12 remaining in the third. Assisted by 2-2 and Sakic goal. Here comes Colorado. Landeskog loses the puck. Lyles loses it to Walker. Here comes Arkhipov. Comes out of there with it. Carries. Now pulls it back. Sends it behind the net. Dietzen gets there for Nashville. Tries to get it out to the point, but Hedjuk takes it for Colorado. Here's Tanguay. Tanguay across the blue line. Cuts inside. Sets up to Hedjuk. Hedjuk drives in. Gets a shot. Kick save wide. Saros with another save. Zidelicki gets it. Tries to get it out of the zone. Arkhipov can't handle the pass. Colorado able to keep it in. Scraston. Nashville trying to break out. Trying to stretch things in the defensive end a little bit. Get it behind the net. Arkhipov banks it off the boards for Kostitsyn. To Arkhipov. Arkhipov. Pass poked away by Tanguay, but Arkhipov retrieves it back himself. Here's Scraston. Sends it in behind the Colorado net. Miller goes back for it. Two men on him. Arkhipov in there to help. Rantanen tries to get a shot off. He is tied up. Gets the puck back. Now drives to the net. Shot. Kick save by Saros into the corner. Jones goes and retrieves it. Out to the point. Slap shot wide. Arnott plays it off the boards. Gets it to PK Subban. Subban comes through neutral ice. Loses the puck. Ozolins has it. He's trapped along the high board. To Subban, coming up on 10 minutes left in the game. Back for it, Colorado pressured. Nashville is able to break out. James Neal through the neutral zone. Takes the blue line. Neal centering pass. Shot saved by Grubauer. Good effort there. On the shot attempt, but Grubauer up to the task. This is a great setup. I don't remember who number 5 is for the Predators. Oh, it's Arnott. So Jason Arnott tried to get a stick onto that and get a shot off there. Didn't get a ton on it. Good opportunity, though. Grubauer makes the save. Colorado wins the draw here. Up to Confernce. Sends it along the near sideboards. Cross ice pass to Subban. Subban to Philip Forsberg. Forsberg carries. Forsberg right now stands to have the game winner. 3-2 Nashville. Sends around behind the boards. Coming up on 8.5 minutes left in the game. Subban has it. He's pressured. Gets it to Neal. Neal through the neutral zone. Sends it up high. Puck is poked away. Hampton near sideboards. Orzov sends it behind the net. Zadorov gets there first. Tries to break it out. And we've got a delayed penalty coming. And the Avalanche are going to get a power play here. Nathan Mackinnon. McKinnon's pass off the mark. Arnott touches it. And that brings play to a close. But Mike Ribeiro is going to go to the box. A little bit of a dive, I think, there by Zadorov. Zadorov, of course, certainly takes plenty of penalties and has plenty of hits of his own. But this time he's on the receiving end. Ribeiro goes to the box. Now the Avalanche, down 1, get a power play opportunity here in the third. Kadri on the draw wins it. Ozolins, slap shot, saved by Saros. Sissons gets it, sends it down the ice. We come up on 7 minutes. Corner, Tanguay sets up Kadri on the doorstep. Kadri hits the post. Keeping it in the zone here, Colorado. Battle along the board. Goes behind the net. Timonen has it. He's being pressured. Kadri comes in there, helps dig it out. Colorado pressuring. Centering pass poked away by Sissons. Walker has it. Walker's just going to chip it down the ice and try to let Nashville reset and force the Avalanche to reset as well. Minute 5. Landeskog out to Forsberg. Into Chiskin. Confernce. Peter Forsberg. Forsberg. Shot is blocked, goes to the corner. Confernce digs it out. 30 seconds left on the Colorado power play. Nashville gets it out of the zone. It's stopped at center ice. That one is not stopped by center ice. Remaining. And you see Kadri on the doorstep. Tries to stuff it along the post. Saros seals it off. Kadri hits the post, can't slip it past. So we stay locked here at 3-2. Sakic, McKinnon, and Forsberg for Colorado. On the power play, 9 seconds remaining. Face off there. Orzad. Penalty is over. Sakic on the rush. Into the middle. McKinnon. Shot saved by Saros. McKinnon did not get a lot on that shot. Saros was able to stop it with the pads and cover up. Back at even strength. Predators trying to hold on to force the game 6. Subban to Josie. Josie to Arvidsson. Arvidsson loses it, plays it back to Subban. Gets it back to Arvidsson. Arvidsson on the high side. Carrying, center pass to Ribeiro. Ribeiro's shot. Grubauer with the save. It goes wide of the net. Subban gets it out at the point. Gets rid of it before he takes a hit. Ribeiro tries to get a shot off. Has it poked away. Can't get rid of it in time. Johnson has it. Nice outlet pass there to McKinnon. McKinnon will send it in and it'll wrap down around behind the Nashville net. As we come up on 4 minutes remaining. Here come the Predators coming the other way. Johnson picks it. McKinnon to Forsberg. Forsberg being very patient. Tries to set things up there. Nashville able to close on it. Here comes Subban again. Subban to Ribeiro across the blue line. Ribeiro gets past Johnson, but Johnson is able to get back for the stick. Get control. Pressure along the near side boards. Confernce. Hedjuk. Chance there for Colorado. It's dumped in. Josie to Philip Forsberg. Being pressured. Gets it back to Josie. A little give and go there. Josie carries it past the blue line. Josie centering pass. Stick gets lifted up. Can't be handled. Now here comes Jones. Jones on the near side boards. Pressure from behind. He sends it down behind the net. Forecheck effort, but Josie gets there first for Nashville. Stood up on the boards. Comfer gets it. Shot. Saved by Saros, who holds on. Minute 50 remaining. Predators trying to hold on. The Colorado crowd here trying to will the Avalanche to get this level again on the doorstep, and they almost did it. Saved by Saros, point blank. Steers it wide. Philip Forsberg tries to carry it. He gets stopped by Sakic along the boards. Nashville breaks out, though. Here's James Neal. Neal has his pocket kicked by Krupp, but Nashville gets it back. Neal has it again. Rolls it in on Grubauer. Grubauer does not hold it. He gives it to Krupp and tries to start a counterattack right away. We'll keep on watching to see when Grubauer comes out of the Colorado net. Sakic out in front. Gets a double team cross ice there. Krupp gets it first. Grubauer is out. Extra skater for Colorado. Kamensky shot. Saved by Saros. Kamensky gets it again, but he gets trapped along the board. Coming up on 30 seconds remaining in the game. Sakic in front. Shot saved by Saros. 29.1 seconds left. Sakic in the slot. Great opportunity, but Saros with the save. 2-2 gets it after the faceoff. With the empty net. Shot goes wide. Colorado still with a chance. Miller goes back to retrieve it. Banks it off the boards. Here's Landeskog across the blue line to Kadri. Kadri tees up. Shot is wide. Ends up behind the net. Skrastins goes back to get it. 10 seconds and counting. And there's going to be a penalty there on Alex Tanguay. Tries to corral it from behind. Takes the penalty there. Desperation there. Skrastins got ahead of him. And Tanguay, knowing that Skrastins got free there, carries it the length of the ice and runs the clock out. Takes a kind of a necessary penalty. So now, Grubauer has to come back into the net because it's down in his own end. So Colorado shorthanded. Nashville wins it. Arnott shot wide of the mark. Philip Forsberg out to the point. Josie back to Forsberg. Time ticking away. And the Predators hang on and force Game 6 back in Nashville. Big win for the Nashville Predators. Obviously stating the obvious there. They were going home if they lost. I love that botched graphic of the goalie who everybody is surrounding also coming off coming out from the bench a second time. A Saros clone, if you will. Good game here in Colorado. Mackinnon scored to bring it within one. Sakic scores to get it level. But Philip Forsberg scores for the Predators shortly thereafter to break the tie, and the Predators take Game 5, 3-2. Oh, that was a good one. Nathan Mackinnon, third star of the game. Just a beautiful shot from McKinnon. Again, it was 2-0 at that point. Before McKinnon rang that one home. Philip Forsberg gets second star of the game. Became the game-winning goal in this one. A beautiful shot there. And just Saros, 39 saves on the day in the 3-2 win. He has just been under fire this entire series. Don't be thrown by the number of goals Colorado has scored. Saros has faced 35 shots or more, I believe, in every game except the first one. So that'll do it from Colorado. We'll take a quick look at the third period goals. First here we got Sakic. Again, the bad turnover by Yachmanev, tries to get the breakout pass. Sakic picks it off. You cannot give Joe Sakic that look. Here's another angle of that. Just Yachmanev again had a man trying to get free, and he just didn't even see Sakic there. Sakic puts it past Saros. Nothing Saros could do. That made the game tied 2-2, but a little over 2 minutes later, it's Philip Forsberg who gets between the circles, gets a good, clean look on the pass. Yachmanev, the secondary assist on this goal from Forsberg. It put Nashville ahead 3-2, and that is how it would end. I want to see that last Sakic opportunity here on the doorstep. Get maybe a better look at that. I think this is the shot. Kadri in the corner. Yep, Sakic whips around and gets that shot off underneath the arm, it looked like. Saros, got the blocker and then under the arm. There was a little hole there. That almost slipped through, but Saros falls on top of it. Huge save there. And that one clinches the game for Colorado. So Nashville forces a Game 6 back in Nashville. We will have that game after a couple of other ones for you. The next game on the ledger, I'm trying to remember if it's Minnesota, Chicago, or well, actually, those are 2-2, so we're not going to do either of those games until they get to 3-2. So I'm not exactly sure which the next game will be. So stay tuned for that. Not sure how that will all roll about. But we will have the playoffs continuing going. Again, getting back to some baseball broadcasts as well here on the channel. Creating the rookies for year 3 of the Legend Sports Universe Basketball Association as well. Thank you as always for tuning in. Bang that like button soon. The Predators stay alive with a 3-2 win over the Avalanche.